Glad you.
All right, guys, Fuller coming to you with another commentary video. You know, I've come to the conclusion that, as lame as it sounds, this is going to sound completely lame. But the safest bet for me, as of right now, and the safest bet for any guy right now who has no kids, who has no like real responsibilities except for their own bills, and maybe like they help their family. Well, that is a responsibility. If you are African nigga and your family's depending on you to make the ducats, then yeah, that I can see how that's like a responsibility. But if you have no immediate family of your own, meaning that you have no kids or anything like that, and that you're planning on having kids in the institute of marriage, although like let this country tell you it's okay to have kids without being married. It's okay to move in with one another before you're married. It's okay to just like live with one another with your kids, and then whenever all hell breaks loose, she moves out and you become a weekend father. That I've seen it unfold. Like, I would say that a good 9 times out of 10, I've seen it unfold that exact way. You know, weekend father. At first, it was lovey-dovey, and then it becomes weekend father. But because of these developments, and because I realized how toxic of a society we live in, I decided my best thing is just to go cold turk. You know what I mean? Just go cold turk completely, and just stack this money and make my rounds in order so I can like get the type of wife I want. Because I'm gonna tell you something. This is what I'm gonna tell you. What I realize, that you know, for the things we want, right, and the things that are worth it, there's gonna be conditions, okay? And so when it comes to getting that traditional woman, when it comes to getting that submissive woman, when it comes to getting that woman who's going to follow your lead and also contribute to like, I guess, bettering you, contribute to maybe leveling you up money wise, because she realizes that if you level up, then that means that it's more income coming her way. Because honestly, as a man, you'll be like, you know what, babe, like, I was on my way already, but you kind of like helped me with the process. So, here, you want a Louis bag? Here, just go do you. You know what I mean? That's naturally how you won't make it a common thing, but you'll make it like just once in a while thing. Like, here's a token of appreciation. We were at one time we weren't even able to afford it, but now we leveled up, so you're able to afford it now. But yeah, it's best just to go cold turk. And this video is the reason why maybe like more niggas should just go cold turk if you don't have these responsibilities to deal with. But let's be
Hudson, you claim the defendant led you to believe you were her son, Ja'Cory's biological father, then dropped a bomb and admitted she slept with someone else. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the thing that these women are now doing, okay? What they'll do is they'll get a sucker, right? They'll string the sucker along, and may even call the sucker my boyfriend. Like, this is my boyfriend. May even say to the sucker, oh, this is for life. This bond right here is for life. You're my number one. I'll be here with you forever. You know, I'll be by your side forever. And so they'll say things like that, right? But the reality is quite different, because behind your back, they're actually having loads of fun. And the thing is about this is that, you know, I'm pretty sure this brother right here, he was probably giving her resources, you know what I mean? Because the simple fact that he thought, okay, this is my kid, so, you know, obviously it's my responsibility to take care of my kid. He seems like a really stand-up guy, you know what I mean? So, of course, he's going to give monetary resources to his kid, or at least that the kid that he thought was his. But let's continue.
John.
Miss Bridges, you admit to sleeping with another man, but claim that you have no doubt Mr. Hudson is your child's biological father.
Yes, John.
Okay, now when you look at her, you know, you can just look at her and tell that there really isn't no remorse for what she did, you know. As a matter of fact, she looks like as if like, okay, you know, I'm going to have it my way. You know what I mean? Like, in essence, what she's basically saying, just by the way she's looking, that it's like, okay, well, you know, I slept around. It was okay to sleep around, but but the kid is still his, so he better man up and still take care of the kid, you know. But let's go ahead and continue.
Okay. And Mr. Hudson, why is it at first you believed that you were Jacory's biological father?
Well, Your Honor, I was led to believe that I was Jacory's father because at the time that we were living together, it's the time that she became pregnant with the child.
Okay, that's the first mistake he made, though. Don't live with a female that's not your wife, okay? Don't do it. That's all I got to say. I know it's hard, especially in LA. It's very difficult, okay, in LA. Don't get it twisted. Everywhere in LA is becoming expensive. In any big city, it's becoming expensive. So people may be in your ear and be like, yeah, you know, you should just go live with a girl. Or you should just like go like stay with a girl. Or move in with a girlfriend or something. Like that suggestion comes up a lot. But I guarantee you, if your heart is sincere and you're trying to do the right thing, God is going to see you through and you will be able to have a place of your own. And you won't have to live with the girl. Okay? If your heart is sincere, if you want to do the right thing, if you want to be honorable in what you're doing. Okay? If you do want to take this route in which he took, then good luck to you. You know, but I wouldn't recommend it. But let's continue.
We were together for approximately about 5 years, Your Honor.
Okay. So you were there throughout the pregnancy,
Yes,
and you were
ma'am.
taking care of her.
5 years. So think about that. 5 years he invested in this woman only for this to happen. But let's continue. But let's keep the 5 years in mind.
You all lived together.
Yes, ma'am.
You had a relationship.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
you thought this baby was yours.
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you at the birth?
Yes, Your Honor. I was at the hospital. I took her to doctor's appointments. I was there. I cut the umbilical cord, Your Honor. I even signed the birth certificate on the day of the birth.
You did.
Yes.
You know what's crazy though? Unfortunately, he did all of that. But you know what though, bro? Like, I'm gonna be honest. He should have kind of like questioned the kid being his from the jump, because while the kid may have like barely some similarities to him, just barely, the kid kind of doesn't look like him. You know what I mean? So I would kind of like already be questioning like, yo, what's going on here? You know what I mean? It will already probably raise some suspicion on my part. But let's continue.
Ma'am.
So you signed the birth certificate because on that day, you truly believe this child was yours.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you say she dropped a bomb on you.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about that. When did that happen? You said that's why I did what I did. What did you do?
Cheated on him.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. What?
Well, the thing is, she seems like she's not really bothered by actually cheating on him. She kind of says it proudly, like there's no shame. And this just goes to show you how today's women are. Cheating is not a problem with them. Cheating is not a big deal anymore for them. As a matter of fact, if they don't have to tell you they cheated, they're not going to tell you that they're cheating. Okay? But it's very casual for today's women to cheat. Very casual thing. It's like a no problem thing for them to cheat now. You know? Look at how easily she said it. There was no remorse or no regret in her voice. She just straight out said, cheated with him. But let's continue.
Was it during the window of conception?
No, it was the time when I went away and I came back and I was on the social network and I seen so much stuff going on between him and this other little female. So I went on by myself and went and just did what I had to.
Okay, the thing is about him is he never even said himself that he was cheating. And she probably just jumped to assumptions with what she saw that was going on in the social network. That could have been his friend. We never know what it could have been. It could have been a relative. But she just jumped the gun and thought that, oh, he must be cheating right now. So let me go ahead and just get my rocks off and just go ahead and do what I need to do. But let's continue.
Cheated with Mr. Davis, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Me and Miss Bridges met. We hung out for a couple of months. We ended up having unprotected sex around about 3 times. I didn't know that she was pregnant at all.
Well, the problem with the side nigga is, I would hope that she told him about the other guy she was dealing with. That should be a telltale sign that, yo, you need to wrap it up. And also, even if you're in it for a good time, it's better just to wrap it up because of the simple fact that, this woman is just getting around. Point blank, period. She's getting around. So that's the thing about being a side nigga. You have to understand something. If she's messing with you, then you're not the only one. That's the bottom line. How it works now, unfortunately, in this dirty game we live in, that sexual liberation opened up, that feminism opened up, is that a woman will have one main steady guy in which she can get the resources from, the money, the rent, the cars, the hair, and the nails. But she will have a smorgasbord of other dudes in which who are blowing her back out and giving her that pounding that she desires. Because at first, like back in the day, it was a good thing to be a woman. Like, it was a good thing to be ladylike. It was a good thing to be like, I want to say like, lovely, feminine, shy and stuff. That was a good thing to be, right? Now, however, women are so manly, right? Because they've been told that they can do everything that a man can do, that, they need, it's sad to say it, but they need like sex, like they actually need to be like tamed almost like a man now in the bedroom, because they are so manly now in days, and so I guarantee you that the side niggas that she was with were doing that purpose, whereas this guy, he was opened up, he was trying to be a family man, and that just wasn't cutting it for her. But let's continue.
Until I looked on Facebook one day, like a year later, and I see a picture of her son. And immediately I think her son looks like my nephew.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Hudson versus Bridges, when it comes to 3-year-old Ja'Cory Hudson, pertaining to whether his biological father is Mr. Hudson or Mr. Davis, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Hudson, you are not his father.
Okay. Yes, I understand his pain. I understand that he put years in, okay? He put years into a child that's not even his. I understand his pain. And I understand he won't get those years back. But he has to look on the bright side. He has an upside now. I don't think he has any more. I don't think he has any other kids. But this is an upside for him. He has a clean slate now. He can leave this woman alone. He's not bounded to her by any means now. He can leave this woman alone and start over and take the lessons learned from this one on to the next one. So I know he's hurt and I know he's disappointed right now. However, he's winning actually. He's definitely winning right now. He's in a winning situation. And maybe he's not thinking as he is right now that he's in a winning situation, but he absolutely is. But let's continue.
In the case of Hudson versus Bridges, when it comes to 3-year-old Ja'Cory Hudson, Mr. Davis, you are not his father. Oh,
no. Woman, why are you crying for? She's... Woman, how dare you cry when you knew what you were doing, okay? You decided to ride a cock carousel with multiple guys, and this is the consequence. Okay? More guys than you want to tell. This is one thing I notice about modern women too. They'll do this a lot. I don't even take their words for face value. If you ask them what's their rap sheet like, and they say, oh, well, you know, I only had like 3 guys. It's like 30 guys, bro. Okay? They're not going to tell you their full rap sheet, bro. It's just not, they're not going to do that, because here's what I noticed too about these modern women is that when they want to get the new resources from a sucker, they'll put on this act like, oh, you know what, I'm innocent, you know, I'm not into that kind of thing and stuff like that, because they want to present themselves as like very good and very, you know, pure and things like that. But that's not the case at all. Most of the time, like this woman, they roll cock carousels, you know, and they're not going to tell you everybody that they slept with. One thing I say is that when she said she cheated, the thing is she didn't say how many guys she cheated with. These were the only guys that showed up. But who knows how many guys she cheated with. But you know who really suffers for this, though? You know who really is going to be the main one who suffers the most? Is the kid. Because now the kid is going to be in a situation where he grows up. He's going to be wondering where his father is And hopefully, they can find the father. It's with my hope that the kid does find his father, and that father does take an active part in his life. Because I'm going to be honest, from just when you look at like family situations like this, family dynamics like this, I want to say that, how should I put it? I want to say that if the kid doesn't find his father, or whatever the case may be, he usually grows up mad. He grows up very upset. And sometimes, that anger can turn into self-destruction. So that's the thing. I don't want to be like in that. I don't want to put a kid in that situation. You know what I mean? Like where, like, how should I put it? Where he or she doesn't have both of his parents. So that's why the solid one, like, in taking a marriage, it has to be something that, like, I'm willing, and that she's going to be willing to commit to in such a way that, we go through we roll through the hurdles. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, and that's why we have to be so selective. It's like really the women who are the ones who are initiating divorce the most, because they see the monetary gains that come with divorce, so that's why you have to really get like, I think one guy said it best, he's like, I don't need a side chick. I need to never leave my side chick. And that's kind of like the wave I'm on, you know what I mean? But I mean, this is just modern women today. You can hear how she said, yeah, I cheated, and it didn't really matter to her that she did cheat. But now she's crying crocodile tears, And that's another thing too, is that she really, it seems like with those crocodile tears, like she has not still taken responsibility for her actions, for her riding cock carousels, and a kid being produced by that cock carousel. But anyhow, man, leave your thoughts about this video, or this commentary. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you think about these modern women. And it's not just how should I say it, these Black American women. I've noticed like a lot of white women are falling into the same thing where, they have kids out of wedlock too. I'm seeing that often. And, Latin women, if you're in LA, that's like normal with like Latin women here. That's like a normal occurrence. But, I'm not going to be a part of any of this. At the end of the day, like, for me, I just have an upside right now. I have just nothing but an upside. So I'd rather not ruin my upside by doing something like this and getting in an entanglement like these two gentlemen did. But at the same time, these gentlemen are winning now because they don't have to deal with her anymore. In fact, I suggest that dude just take his loss and leave her for her own devices, because he's not bounded to her at all, But anyhow, man, just leave your thoughts and leave your comments about this situation, and let me know what you would do. Fuller signing out. Njaro.